up, you horn dogs and harlots? We know exactly why you turned on to this episode. Welcome to the After Dark. We are finally back with a new iteration of this shit. I don't remember what numbered episode it is, but...
After Dark 17, Will.
Thank you very much for reminding me what number it is.
No problem.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done the Rose Rumble.
Yep, the fourth iteration of the Rose Rumble. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone, or thereabouts, because this will be out around Valentine's Day.
Yeah, this shit's about to go heavy because we've done MILFs, we've done sisters, we've done senpais, but this time round, we are not even looking at human beings anymore. We're going into Inhumans. That doesn't mean we're looking into beast girls or animal girls. We're talking about vampires, talking about ghouls, talking about zombies, maybe even angels and devils and whatnot. Who the fuck knows? As long as they have, a head and some titties, you're probably going to make the list.
And the vajayjays?
Look, if it means that they've also got a penis too,
hey, we don't judge here, okay?
All.
And just to let you guys know, dear listeners, there are males on my list.
I actually don't have any males on my list.
Okay, I mean that's no problem. I think, Will, what you did was you didn't list them in terms of positions, right?
Yeah, I'm going to essentially look at my list and say, you know what? You're going to go here, you're going to go there. So they're not in really any particular order, but if there's stuff that I talk about in the second half of this recording, it probably means I care a bit more about that.
Sure. I guess one thing that we want to talk about Inhuman, as you said, right, it's the vampires, it's the ghosts, ghouls, it's the zombies. But we wanted to make a distinction about monster girls and, I guess, animalistic girls, I suppose.
Anthropomorphic-ish.
Yeah.
Right? Because of the fact that, look, we're kind of running out of girl to talk about here.
Yeah, so we had to split it into two, okay, guys?
Yeah.
And
so
I'm really into monster girls, so,
I'm pretty sure that, my list does not include any beast girls, monster girls, animal girls.
Mine as well.
Yeah, so, sorry, all the people who wanted to hear me talk about cat girls and all that, I'm sorry. You're going to have to wait for the next stage.
Do you think we'll have to do one where it's just cat girls?
Dude, I don't want to do that because at that point you're just like, oh, I like
this cat girl over that cat girl. Okay, yeah,
no,
sure.
Whereas there's very, very specific reasons why these ones are on this list for the reason.
Now, I'm very curious to see which ones you've picked. For context, for me, I did list mine all the way from 10 to 1, 1 being first place, 10th being 10th place, and I did. What we're gonna do is do our bottom half and our top half. So I shall start with my bottom half. My first Inhuman girl waifu at number 10 is from an anime and a manga that I don't think people have heard it in a long while. From Dusk Maiden of Amnesia, Yuko Kanoe is my 10th place Inhuman waifu.
Please do tell. Why do you lust over such an inhuman being?
Because she's really cute.
Okay.
And she's really flirty. And if, you see a ghost, the ghost sees you, but no one else does, it's kind of like the secret kind of thing. And also, she's a schoolgirl forever. Kind of cute. Her banter with the main MC is really fun in the anime and in the manga. So I put her as number 10.
Number 10. Okay. You're probably gonna lose your shit over hearing my own because I kind of went a little bit greedy and it's a duo.
Okay, no problem. Let's go.
Yeah, I believe it was Gynax that did this.
The share number 10.
The share number 10. Yeah. Was it Gynax? It was Gynax.
What? So it's Gurren Lagann?
No, it's not. It's actually one of their more etchy and ridiculous shit.
Panty and stocking garter belt?
Yeah,
that's such a good choice.
I didn't pick garter belt because I'm sorry. I don't like garter belts. But panty and stocking. The reason why I went with them as a duo is because you've never seen them apart.
But how can you... How are they non-human?
They're angels.
Good point.
I mean, they're not very good angels.
Right? No. In fact, in the first 5 minutes, one of them was waking up from a one-night stand.
Yeah, they fuck up a lot of shit and they fuck a lot of shit. So it's if you want just pure degenerate, best girl, waifu shit, this is it.
And you need a Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, you're not going to feel proud of yourself afterwards, but hey, look, you've been blessed by the presence of two, crazy angels. Hey, why don't you live a little bit and have some fun here? It is, of course, like people are going to be wondering, like, well, why would you pick them? Like, this is such a weird choice in terms of like the way that they're drawn, their characterizations. They're not very good people as well. It's like,
Hey, shut the fuck up. That is our list, okay?
also, it's like, hey, there's no fun to be had in heaven. I'd rather be in hell. So
Okay.
you know,
But they're angels, though.
of hell.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Fallen angels, right?
Yeah, but like, do you think like it's okay for me to have gone with them as a duo?
Why not? It's
Good.
our list, our rules, right? I don't give a shit. I think it's also a very good choice.
It's just the fact that like if I had to pick one or the other, I don't.
No, you
know.
can't. It's
Yeah.
a duo.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that one is especially more so a duo.
It's
That and twins, right?
they're foils of each other.
And or twins, I would say is fair game.
Yeah.
Although I don't have any twins. Are you excited about the new series?
I don't know what
Because
to
you don't even
expect.
know,
I
right?
don't- I
Exactly.
don't know what to expect. I mean, like I went in completely blind when we were doing our Gynex stuff and talking about like.
Is this season 3? It would be technically.
Technically, yeah. I think they had 2 seasons, but even then, it's like I honestly do not know like what to expect from any upcoming stuff from Penny and Stocking and Carlo Belt and all that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the fact that it's done by Studio Trigger is going to be good.
It's gonna be great. What is not great is when your wife has no emotions, and Mina is my number 9 pick for top 10 Inhuman girls. Will made a joke that, okay, it's going to be like top 1 or top 2. It is actually not. It is number 9. I think the reason is because, I was a little bit burned by the anime adaptation. And the second thing is, yeah, she has no emotions, but she's trying to like find her human nature stuff. But bro, I just need it when it's done. You know what I mean? Like the process, it's the tough part. I don't
Yeah.
want to deal with that. I'd rather
You're waiting for her to be fully updated.
Yeah,
And-
fully autonomized, fully
She's still on Windows 7 right now.
exactly. I just need to go back to either XP or I need to go to. Wait, was Windows 11 good or Windows 12? Like,
Windows 11's okay.
it's stable.
It's stable. I mean, like it's the fact that now they're forcing everybody to update from Windows 10 because they're stopping support in October. I like Windows 10,
Okay.
but then again, like the problem with Windows is the fact that they just keep forcing updates on you. Same with any operating system, really.
But anyways, Mina is a special case in terms of her line of models and having these kinds of special feelings despite being a very normal and I think out of date model. And that is my number 9 pick for Inhuman waifus.
Ooh, number 9 for me is from Overlord.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
She is a vampire.
No way.
Shaltir Bloodfallen.
Okay. Okay. Explain.
She's a floor guardian.
Okay. I mean, yes, she is.
Which means that if I was within the chambers and I needed protection, yeah, this bitch went crazy one time.
Dude,
but that happened one time. Look, I can fix her. Okay, I can fix her, and you know what? She shall be fixed.
Also, like, wasn't it in like the later seasons there were like a bunch of adventurers and Sheltier just freaking demolished them?
Yeah, look, you have no worries whatsoever that if she's on your side, she's going to protect you. Yes, okay, fine. Maybe she might betray me once or twice in my lifetime, but look.
But everyone makes mistakes, right?
Yeah, and like those mistakes might end up, being like, the death of you. But
But if you're a lich, then you wouldn't die.
yeah, it's a risk that's worth taking, I suppose. We need to figure out what happens when she does decide to betray me. But at that point, I've got other floor guardians to take care of me.
So my question is, out of all of the floor guardians or like Inhuman people, why Sheltier in particular?
Cute as fuck.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I mean, no. That's sometimes the most obvious reason is the best reason and the only reason, right?
I think it's also the fact that like we've seen like the level of dedication and loyalty and it's sometimes like love and lust for Ainz Ul Ghul. Like Ainz Ul Gaun.
Ainz Ul Gaun, Ghul.
Ainz.
Ainz
right?
Sama.
That like look, this if I was Ainz, if I was a undead overlord,
I would choose Albedo.
nah.
I would choose Albedo every day of the week.
Shelter for me.
Okay, fair enough. When I was trying to figure out top 10 Inhuman waifus, I like to sometimes be taken care of. And what more personal caretaker you can get other than Silky from Ancient Magus's Bride? She is just always cute as a button, willing to always cook amazing food for you. And her backstory in Ancient Magus's Bride is such a touching story. I just love Silky as a character. And even though she doesn't really talk, in fact, she doesn't talk at all, period. But she has enough emotions and enough kind of love and care and have such a big presence in Ancient Magus's Bride. She has to be top 10. And she's number 8. What do you think?
Not bad. I mean, the fact that, like, you're definitely coming from, like, a sort of, like, a caretaking hospitality angle, and there's not that many that would, I mean, like, okay, I would probably, who else would be in that category that would be Inhuman? Because I was thinking, like, would you say Kobayashi's Dragon Maid? But then, like, that's, like, a monster girl, so, or just a monster in general. I'd say that pick is good. I'd say that's a solid pick for your number 8. Even if it's like you're not necessarily ranking them from like 10 to they just happen to be in
for example, for example, Yuko from Dust Maiden of Amnesia is just hot. Mina is just dependable, and same with Silky. Spoiler alert, there are a lot of robots on my list.
There's a few robots on my list, but I'm going to continue with the vampire train here.
Oh, shit. What other vampires are there? There's a Heart Under Blade?
Not quite there yet, but she's on there somewhere.
What other vampires are there?
The Ultimate. Singing of Hell. Hellsing Ultimate, Saras Victoria.
Oh. Alucard's partner, so to speak.
She's great with guns.
She's great with a sniper rifle.
Yep. And guess what? She kills Nazis.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's always a plus, right?
Look, if you kill Nazis, you're a good person.
Okay. I mean, I can't deny that train of logic, but also,
look, she's got she's definitely disciplined, right? She's had a lot of police training beforehand, and before her, her transformation into being a vampire, she's definitely dedicated to her job. She puts herself into life or death situations, just knowing that it's her duty, it's her responsibility. So she never backs down for a challenge. Like when it comes to talking about Shaltir and how she may betray me, Saras will never betray me.
Yo, by the way, she fucking told Alucard to shoot the gun through her to kill the person that was about to holding her hostage, and then turning her into a vampire. That takes some balls, I'll be honest. That's dedication, as you said, right?
Shouldn't take my balls, yeah.
Okay, all right. I mean, that's exactly what Rose Rumble is all about. For me, though, I had to go to video games. But sometimes some video games are also anime movies. Okay. 4 of them, to be precise.
Right, okay.
The 4 Persona 3 movies, Aegis, which is the robot that is Tails, the protagonist, all the damn time. That protects the protagonist at all times, and eventually enrolls in the school and tries to learn to be human. And Aegis is a character that I kind of really dig, and it's just really cool. I played the Persona 4 Arena Ultimax games, and I use her quite a bit in the fighting game. I just think Aegis is a really cool robot in a really cool series of JRPGs. And she's really good with guns. She has listen. Her hands, her fingers are machine guns. Like she just goes like this and shoots guns.
I think it's pretty telling that we've gone for some female characters that are really good with guns. I wonder what that says about us.
I mean, if you want to polish my gun, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm more just thinking if they got a gun to my head, I'm doing whatever they tell me. I'm not backing down.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Right. Yep. I think this is one of the. This might actually be the last vampire to have on my list. And as
you have 3 vampires? Damn.
I love Blood Plus.
Oh God.
But I didn't have her there because she's a vampire slayer, so she doesn't count. But vampire shows were a kind of thing for me, but not like Buffy. Like Blood Plus was my Buffy.
Buffy was good though.
It was good, but like Blood Plus, man. But of course, I had to give a mention to Shinobu Oshino,
Heart Under Blade.
Kiss Shot, Acerola Orion, Heart Under Blade,
She was on my nominations for honorable mention.
I just had to put her on there just because in her full form, she is
Gorgeous.
One damn fine vampire. Yes, she will kill me to satiate her thirst and hunger, but
Hey, if she lives in your shadow,
and she can turn me into a undying vampire myself, then hey, look, I will, submit my life to her.
Dude,
I will do her bidding.
you lose your arm and she can fix it for you. And then talk about you for 3 days and 3 nights when you are not alive anymore.
I would very much be okay being the Araragi in this situation.
Araragi, yeah.
Because then, of course, there's other love interests in there too, and they'll all be killing me over each other. So who knows? But I can understand with Shinobu being like a lot of people's favorite characters, just because
It is my favorite character.
If you liked watching the Monogatari series, it's the whole purpose of having this discussion here is the fact that there are very specific choices for best girls in the series that in any situation
of them.
You could be right. It could be Nadeshiko, it could be Cat Girl, it could be
Senjugahara Hanakawa,
Krabby, it could be her. It could even be that weird blue-haired robot girl if you wanted.
No comment.
Yeah.
She'll show up. She's a doll, but she'll show up.
Just don't say any of the sisters.
Oh yeah, the Phoenix sister and the Bee sister. No, don't worry. That's not on any of these lists. Yet.
Okay. You're gonna round out the first half, right? So, what do you got? What's the number 6, or at least what is the piece de resistance for the first half of Rose Rumble 4?
Will, what happens when you don't have a head?
Oh my god. Oh. That is a great choice. Oh my god.
What happens when you like motorcycles?
Oh.
And your boyfriend / husband just so happens to be a doctor?
Yo, Durarara was a great series. And
Celti from Durarara rounds out my bottom half. The fact that she has to type on her phone all the goddamn time is quite low-key adorable. Her relationship with the doctor is always just a fun time. Him trying to understand her, her literally being what was the urban legend? She was like the Grim Reaper or something like that, right? Like, I really like Durarara, and obviously,
are we ever gonna finish it? It's been on a hold.
Am I ever gonna finish any of my on hold lists? Anime, maybe, but Celti always. I mean, do you think she's the poster child in many ways? Obviously, it's the 3 main characters, right? But I always feel like Celti is a very memorable character in Durarara.
I don't remember anyone else's name.
But Celti.
Yeah.
I think Sakura Saka, the girl with the sword.
Oh, in her chest, yeah. That's another one.
Yes. But Celti is a hundo.
Anri Sonohara. That's her name.
Yeah. But Celti, no one... I mean, you remember Celti.
I mean, a headless fucking woman with a cat helmet. Like,
is it Durahan, right? Durahan, like the headless horseman. Durahan. Oh shit.
Dulahan.
Dulahan. Yeah. I mean, that's what she is. I mean, she's pretty awesome. She can drive me around town.
I mean, she's got a boyfriend though.
No, but if I'm the doctor though.
So you're Shinra.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty crazy. I'm into medical science. Yeah. So what rounds out your numbers? Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. Yeah.
But when it comes to lock and lips, when it comes to if she needs to put her head on your shoulder, it's just
yeah, and then it rolls down the stairs.
It's just the thud of a fucking helmet on your shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, but I gotta touch her flaming neck thing. That's got to be kinky, right?
Actually, that's pretty hot. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, good choice. Okay, props to you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
That's a good way to round off the first half for you. This one was a no-brainer to have on the list, but I just could not put her above the 5 that I have.
Can you give me a clue?
It's only the best anime of all time. More recently, the second best anime of all time.
Fuck, I actually don't know what is your second best anime of all time.
No, as in according to my anime list, the second best manga anime of all time. Previously, the best anime of all time.
Okay. Oh, wait, but who is a Inhuman?
What are the 7 deadly sins? They're all homunculus.
Oh, that is true. That is true. So Lust?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah, she's pretty hot, I'll be honest.
Dude, I mean,
She's pretty sexy.
I remember watching the original back in 2004, and I was just like, that's one damn fine lady. Even though I was only 13 years old, and I'm like, why am I thinking like this?
Do you think in a parallel universe you would ship her and Roy?
That is a very gross ship, but at the same time, like, there's been some twisted ships in anime history.
Like Eren Yeager and Mikasa? Kind of. That's pretty messed up if you think about it towards the end.
Yeah. Look, I think, like, there's absolutely, like, the number one reason why, for me.
Because she's hot.
Number 2 is because
She killed Royal's best friend.
Yeah. And number 3,
She can have really long nails.
No,
She's Wolverine.
no, she's just hot.
Okay,
I think
there you
that's
go.
it. I think that's it. I mean, like, legitimately, like, it's hard to look at this and be like, you could not think of a more perfect embodiment of an anime lust.
Yeah. Like with that curly hair, that kind of like that mysterious kind of aura and look.
But she is, like, downright dirty and evil to the core, and
Yep.
that's why it's a sin. And
Yep.
fortunately,
It's your sin for
I've committed a fair amount of sins in my life, and therefore I am no longer pure. So I might as well go down
all
this
the
road.
way. Exactly.
Go down this road, dude.
I approve of this. Like, come on, man. That is such a... And also, again, if we're going to go all the way with this, when we were watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, we were of a certain age where that will leave an impression, let's just say.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people it does.
Dude, I was watching Fullmetal Alchemist, like, when I was in the early years of junior high.
Right.
So obviously, like middle school. So then
Mhm.
it was like, okay, like, be best in turn. Like, you know, like, you're gonna be an adult soon. Like, you're gonna start having these kind of feelings. You're gonna start having these sensations, and she's gonna be one of your first crushes. I'm like, oh, okay,
all right.
And lo and behold, I still lust over lust.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think about that, actually, because homunculus actually is inhuman, literally.
Yep.
Like an inanimate object turning into a living thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually a really good choice.
There are, of course, a few sort of, like, edge
Liberties?
cases.
Yeah.
Some liberties taken, but, like, I mean,
Dude, we make our list, dude.
yeah, like, what am I gonna do? Like, not have lust on my list? I was always finding a reason to put her on there, but she's like, she's not my mom, she's not my sister, she's not my senpai. Like, how am I going to, put her into this list of debauchery?
It would be a sin not to put her on that on this list.
And I will always commit a sin in my life, and if it has to be lust, and that's lust, yo, fucking sign me up, dude.
All right.
I'm going straight to fucking hell.
Do you think that she is actually caring? Because when she cares for gluttony and greed, is it greed?
Yeah, envy.
Envy.
But envy is also a weird one too. Is
Envy's a boy, just like...
No, envy's not a boy. I think envy is, like, sort of like androgynous.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Actually, you're right, yeah.
But envy is also, like,
A little bit of a prick.
a little, dude. Dude, that guy's that person's a piece of shit, dude. Like, I fucking hate envy.
In a good way, right? Like, he's written well.
Oh yeah, that's exactly it, right? Like, you watch these and you, like, feel that they put a lot of effort into thinking about how do I make the most despicable piece of shit for people to hate. That's what it is. And so it's very masterful in terms of, like, how FMA created the representations of these sins. Now, that's not to say they're perfect, right? There's definitely some flaws in some of the characters. Like, I think Wrath could have been done a bit better. Sloth.
Wait, Okay, this is spoilers from Full Metal Alchemist. You should have known by now. Okay,
Yeah.
all this stuff. But Wrath is the leader, right?
Yeah.
Then who is the kid? That's Wrath?
That's Pride.
That's Pride. Pride is the kid.
Yeah.
And then Greed is like the metal guy, right?
No, Greed.
Who took over that guy's body, right?
No, Greed is the Oh yes, that's it. Yeah, Greed. Yeah. And then there was
Did we cover
actually, you know what the most terrifying one was for me?
what, Gluttony?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Gluttony was
It's like a black hole, bro.
scary. And it's just the fact that like it would just rip through like humans, like not even like no chomp, just legs gone, dude. Sorry. Hands gone. I'm still hungry because I'm fucking gluttonous. I will eat you.
Yeah. I always remember like, what it would be like if you have an infinite stomach capacity. And actually watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood made me realize that's not the best idea ever.
No.
Feeling empty all the fucking time is actually quite terrible.
Can you imagine that? Like, you imagine like you go back onto your Tokyo trip and you eat all those bowls of ramen and you're like, I still don't. I feel nothing.
Oh my god, I feel nothing.
Like that's actually a very terrifying
That's
sensation.
so sad. Holy shit.
How do we want to go about this? Do we want to actually have like a positive break, or do we want to just power through and go to the?
How about? We talked about this before recording, which was maybe the first Rose Rumble we did. There was a lot to talk about, or we kind of went really deep into it. But these lists are gonna be more and more quick fire,
And it's more us just goofing and talking about like some real slutty shit, dude.
Yeah,
we're both slutting ourselves up for these
and shouting out to just some really good characters. And by good, I mean good, like cultured good. I say we just, how about have like a 2-second silence and then just move on.
Starting now.
Yo, so that was 2 seconds, bro. Shall we start with you or me?
I will go next.
With the first of your top half, right?
Yes.
In no particular order. Let's hear it.
She robot, she human, she android. All I know is that
She loves to sing.
no.
Ooh.
She's strong, she powerful, she kick ass, she know how to lead a team.
Oh no.
Motoko Kusanagi. Oh, you could have been so much higher, but unfortunately the other four that I have here just are a little bit more sex appeal for me. And it's mostly just because like it's weird in the sense that like I do have some choices higher up that like don't have as much range of emotion as well, but it's just sometimes with the Kusanagi it's like she's a very like one track mind where like there's one thing that she's doing and that's it. Like she's not going to be distracted, she's not going to be swayed, she's not going to be convinced by anybody else. She is her own woman and she is literally going to do whatever it takes to accomplish whatever she sets herself out to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? At the very least with the others, right? Like Saras and Lust and Shaltir and Shinobu. Like
There's personality.
and there's also, no matter how slight, some room for negotiation. Not with Motoko. Motoko is legitimately just my way or the highway. Right? But she's hot. She's powerful. She's smart. She saves the world.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Plus, if things ever, get, old or out of use, I can always replace it.
With another ghost in the shell.
Yes.
With another shell, sorry.
Yes.
Because the ghost will always go to another shell. Yeah.
Yeah. We're moving into that future where, like, it actually is a very
possible
thing to happen where you just, I'm kind of bored of this. I'll just, order the new,
model, model 2.0.
the new Maximus Rumpus,
Yeah. Oh, Glutamus.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get the Glutamus add-on?
Oh, dude.
Hell yeah.
Glutamus Plus, bro.
Yeah, the plus too, man. Did you know?
Oh, God.
So, going off of that, let's get full into dolls and talk about Yotsugi Ononoke, who from Monogatari series. Yay. Yay.
But like, is that the only choice that you have for the Monogatari series?
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, because I didn't feel like Heart Under Blade.
I think it was too easy.
Yeah, it was too easy for me. It was on my honorable mentions, so I do have a list of honorable mentions. including one entry that has like 20 people. So that's why I didn't put it as my honorable mention.
Okay.
And that's why it's on my honorable mention.
Right. So, Dollface, let's go.
I mean, she's super powerful. She almost kills Araragi.
She's not very good at ice cream.
Yeah, but she guards my family. She literally guards my family.
But ice cream, dude.
And her deadpan humor is pretty funny.
I think it's mostly because she's actually dead.
You make it sound like I am.
I know you're not into that kind of thing, but it's like there's definitely a level of mystery which plays really well.
It's
into
a doll. It's a doll.
It plays really well into the whole Monogatari thing, right? It's like, is she not? Who fucking knows? But I think it's actually kind of an interesting pick.
Because she's Inhuman, right? Obviously.
Yes. No, she definitely fits that category. It's just more like, I don't know. I would have felt that there might be other Inhumans from other series that you would have gone for. But I think, again, this is your own list. So you have your reasons for picking her. I'm just not, but
no,
I'm
guess
sure it's also because you probably started off with a pretty big list. You had to whittle down, right?
No, so when I was thinking of Inhuman, I came about it from both ways. Obviously, there's the literal sense of person is not a human. So like vampire, zombies, those are inhuman because they're not human anymore, right?
Yeah.
But I also thought of Inhuman as in inhumane, as in without human nature. Hence, that's why I have robots on my list. So that's kind of like trying to juggle those two, because it's like, well, do I do all robots? Or so I kind of do a mixture of both, because our sort of agreement was we can kind of see how we fit that definition. So that's how I kind of went both ways and trying to figure out some of the more interesting characters that I could sort of put on that list. And I'll be honest, if she was like my love interest, I wouldn't be too bummed out. I would be a little bit bummed out because there will be no expression, but I would be like, she's all right, right? Like, she's all right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you talked at length about robot girls, so I'm going to call your Mina from My Wife Has No Emotions and raise you with Chi from Chobits.
I knew you would mention Chobits.
Controversial as fuck.
Why?
Obviously, no. I mean, okay, controversial in the sense that obviously there are certain people out there who are just like,
have a certain notion.
There's something wrong about liking this girl. And obviously, well, you can't say girl; she's a robot, right? And obviously, there are some risque, controversial things that happen in the anime / manga as well. But
Clamp did a really good job, honestly.
And also, like, bro, like, watch this one. I was like 10.
Dude, Chobits is a very classic pick. I just didn't pick it because it just didn't leave that big of an impression on me.
Oh, dude, Chi. This is the D-gen in me thinking, like, man,
do you want to
10,
know
11-year-old Will would totally have the hots for
Do you want to know my 10 or 11 Jason? I will raise your Chi with Android 18 from Dragon Ball Z. Come on.
Okay, no, fair. That's completely fair.
Like,
I think Android
like
18,
when I was that age,
I think Android 18 would be like top 3 for any like best robot girls of anime of all time.
Yeah, and I think we have mentioned this before, but don't ask how she has a child.
Yeah.
But
microwave, you know? Pop that shit out. That's how babies are made, right? You put something, you get something out.
You put something in the microwave, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's really messed up. That's so messed up, too.
What have we been talking about this whole episode? Like, this is by far like not even the most controversial thing we said.
You can technically put stuff in Mina's chest from My Wife Has No Emotions to microwave it.
Yeah.
So there's that function. But Android 18, though, is really interesting because you went from a kudere to, like, a legit person that went from a bad guy to a good guy, went from, like, a robot to literally having a family, and having it being Dragon Ball Z, which is, like, when I was a kid, obviously that was, like, how is that possible for robots and a bad guy to be a good guy? Like, all those weird philosophical questions were plaguing my mind at that time, and Android 18 really did solidify that.
To be fair, like, I think with like Dragon Ball Z, right, like, or just Dragon Ball in general, there's so many very memorable characters. Like,
I would say even Android 17 is super cool too,
right? Like, there's so many people, right? You've got, of course, some of the more racist ones like Mr. Popo.
Okay, listen, like Jinx from Pokemon, right?
Yes, but then you've got, of course, Bulma, Frieza, Majin Buu, Android 18, Piccolo, Chi-Chi, Of course, Gohan and all that. It's like there's so many memorable characters that you can literally pick any single one of them and make a case that they're the best character.
But
they're
also,
my favorite character. And so like Android 18, of course, being a literal android in this, it made sense that if you're going to pick an Inhumans list, that she would be on there.
Also, she picked fucking Krillin. Bro is a G. Bro fucking got game.
I mean, I don't think so, but like, yeah,
you can say whatever you want about him, and it would be all true. But at the end of the day, he goes back to Android 18.
Yeah, the 6 dots on his head mentions essentially how many inches he packed in. That's what.
Oh,
it is.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ! And you would know that because
you know exactly. Why would Android 18 go?
I don't know. Hey, 6 times 3 is what?
Quick maths.
Yep.
Moving on to my next one, and this is probably the last of the robot androids. You did mention singing before, so obviously, the only one that I could upgrade on Chi would be Vivi.
Yeah. Okay. She's also on my list, but I won't tell you where.
Well, we're in our top 3 now.
Yeah, we are in our top 3.
So
we're kind of zooming by real fast on this list, which I think is like, what else can we do? But yeah.
Okay, look, do we really want to break down the reason why
I like Chi?
I wanted to file Chi and Fifi, like, come on, baby.
Why are you saying baby to me like that? That's kind of weird.
Because it's after dark, man.
The 17th one, right?
It's just you and me and everyone listening to us right now.
We're not an adult, and
all
we're still.
All I can do is listen. They can't do anything to us.
All right. Probably my most controversial. Like before that.
Why
Vivi? Like what else do we need to say? We've sung it to high heavens.
Like, and she's done that to herself too, right?
Yes.
And, like, she saved the world too. She's got some weird like
teddy
time travel
bear
shit.
Yeah.
It is a shame that like Vivi isn't original in a sense, because it just makes it all the more spectacular. But I want more. I want more Vivi, but then to do like a sequel of like an anime original, at least in this day and age.
Also, the story is over. You can't do that story a second time go around, right?
Yeah,
but you want more. I get it.
Do I go back and rewatch it all over? I could.
You could.
But I just want more Vivi. I want more of that shit, man. Bring me some Vivi. I might actually just go back and rewatch it all over again, because it was legitimately one of my favorite shows of the year at that time.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, and we watched it, I think, together on Discord. So it was very memorable for sure. We wouldn't shut up about it. And it's such a beautiful anime, original. And
I mean, it was one of the few.
Do you remember the first 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Do you remember the first 10 minutes? We both lost our minds because it was you. It was you. You watched the first 10 minutes and you told me to stop what I was doing and watch the first 10 minutes with you.
Yeah.
That was you.
It was, yeah. That was one of the few shining lights of the era of COVID.
Yeah.
That was a really tough time for a lot of people. But I'm glad that we got Vivi Fluorite Eyes song in 2021. That was a fucking fantastic time. I might rewatch it all over again. It's been long enough where like I don't remember everything. I just remember that Vivi is hot as fuck.
Yeah. And she's a robot.
Yep.
Now, she's my number 2. Vivi's my number 2. So I've not, and unfortunately, it's obvious that Makoto Major Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell is my number 1. However, my number 3 is probably the most controversial on the list. And you're going to have to bear with me here, okay? So, when there is waifus who take care of you, and then you think of Inhumans, but waifus doesn't necessarily have to be a female, especially when you think of Inhumans and robots. And what is someone who is probably the ultimate robot that shaped my childhood the most, and probably a lot of people in Japan and in Hong Kong and all over Asia, is none other than Doraemon.
I thought you were gonna say Astro Boy for a minute, but yeah, I totally fucking railed Doraemon.
Sorry, this spike is gonna be really bad. You're gonna have to do something.
In his little pocket of goodness, I'm sure he'll find something that I can use.
Yeah, and also like, if you give me a little tofu thing that can make me talk for any language, you give me a little like propeller thing that I can fly. Like,
It is actually like I mean like all jokes aside, right?
Yeah.
It is actually pretty crazy that like of all anime series, and I'm not even like including Gundam in this,
Sure.
because Gundam's appeal is worldwide,
right.
but Doraemon in Hong Kong, for some reason, it's it beats out like your Hello Kitties, it beats out your Pokemons, it beats out your Conans. It's like when you talk anime in Hong Kong, you talk about the most memorable Cantonese dubbing.
And we call it Ding Dong. We don't call it Doraemon.
Doraemon. No one says that. Ding dong.
Ding Dong.
Right?
Yeah.
Like Doraemon is the anime of Hong Kong for that period of time, and
I guess Xiu Yunzi, right? The Sakura.
I mean, I really love Suyunzi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chibi Maruko-chan.
Yeah.
I still watch that every now and then with my wife.
It's still on.
Yeah.
Crazy. And it's still, I think, doing really well in like Japan, like the ratings and stuff, because it's like a timeless classic.
Yeah. So spoiler alert, like I'm actually planning to do a Japan trip with my wife sometime in the future, like in the next year or so, and we will go to Shizuoka, which is the hometown of Chibi Maruko-chan.
That's dope.
They have a museum, and you can also, if you're lucky, you could also pay a visit to the studio that does the anime as well.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's legit cool.
Yeah, I really want to.
Better take photos and show me, bro.
Yeah, because like the whole town itself. Again, I'm not making Maruko-chan one of my waifus. No, she's like 9 years old too. What the fuck? the creator, the mangaka. Unfortunately, she passed away a couple years ago due to cancer. But she essentially created Chibi Maruko-chan as a sort of like reflection of her own life. And so a lot of the things that you see in the manga, in the anime, are actual like real representations
Of her experience,
of not
right?
just the places, but also the people that she met.
Right.
And so there was like a production studio that went down to town and actually met some of the people that those characters are
We're based off of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of them look a lot like those characters.
Or
too.
at least act like a lot of them too, probably, right?
Yeah.
But same thing with that, right? Doraemon's constant rotation of characters. And also, don't forget, there were so many movies growing up. So it wasn't just the manga. It wasn't just the TV show, anime series. It was also all these movies where they go to, like, there's a caveman one, there's like a space one. There is like so many different adventures that I go on if I hang out with Doraemon. In addition to that, he just has so much stuff, is so many inventions that can make my life infinitely better. And all I have to do is give him red bean, what do you call it? Like a red bean biscuit?
Oh, those.
Daosabang.
Yeah.
What's it called in Japanese? I forgot.
Azuki. Well, I know Azuki is the red bean.
Right. But it starts with like M, I think.
Why am I not remembering it?
Yeah,
right now?
I don't. I'm like blanking out too. But anyways, the point is, dude is fucking awesome. And he is kind of like a waifu in a way that like he will take care of me if I need anything.
Dorayaki.
Oh, Dorayaki, yes. That's very far away from M.
I actually slowly grew to like them. I didn't like them in the beginning because I didn't really like red bean.
I like it now because it is not as intense of a sweet flavor. Used to be like, oh, I like intense sweet flavors like Gushers. Now I don't like Gushers.
I don't like Gushers. I just don't like the fact that they stick to your teeth so hard. But back on the Doraemon thing, I remember one of the movies. I think it's Nobita's Dinosaur. It's one of the dinosaur movies where we went back into like the Stone Age.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's dressed up in like their caveman garb and all that.
Is that the one where they have eggs and then there's like a Pegasus and then there's a griffin?
Well, there's also the fact that they have food that comes in the form of eggs, and when they crack it open, it's like, yo, someone got some ramen, someone got some fried rice, and I'm like, I fucking want that.
They have
ramen.
a shovel that can really dig through a cave. Dude, I remember that shit.
I just want that ramen, dude. That was just like, dude, fucking Doraemon is a shit.
But we're thinking of the same movie, right?
Yeah.
With the griffin and all that stuff, with the little like pets, like Neopets kind of thing.
Yes.
Look, all of that, Doraemon really shaped my imagination and what I thought would be a really awesome kind of companion to have.
Do you subscribe to the conspiracy theory that
That what?
for Doraemon, none of it's actually real? It's just the main character
Oh, like the
in
Shinji kind of thing?
yeah.
Like everything's all in his head?
yeah, or the kid's in a coma and he's just like constantly in a dream state.
No.
Because that's a really
I-
big conspiracy theory.
I think
but it's also like this is a children's story, man.
Yeah,
let's be chill.
yeah, why
let's
why
just-
why we have to be
Let's
real?
let's be chill and just talk about why I want to wife up Doraemon. That's
Yeah, and I think so. What is the Japan? You don't know. I don't know the Japanese name of Ding Ding, right? Which is like the yellow Doraemon's younger sister. I don't know her Japanese name.
Dorami.
Dorami.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I just really like that cast of characters, and it's one of those things where
Actually, now that you think about it, it's really funny that people didn't want to say Dorami, was it? Doraemon.
Doraemon.
So in Cantonese, we're like, ding,
ding
dong.
dong, ding ding. It's
Dude.
like it sounds really racist, but it's just the way it was.
Yeah.
I don't understand. But Doraemon was, in my opinion, the most controversial pick of the 10, but it was probably the one that I couldn't put it 1 or 2 because of the Major and Vivi, but it was the one that I knew that I would probably talk about the most clearly. And honestly, that's my number 3.
It's actually kind of cute that you have a wholesome pick in this. A lot of mine are just like raunchy. Like I will do like uncouth things with you. It's like
Yeah, unspeakable things, right?
yeah. Number 2, I really want to fuck is Ghislaine Dodoldia from Mushoku Tensei, the Beast Woman.
The buff girl,
Hot, dude.
Yeah, okay,
The scar on her chest, oh,
hot. Sure,
Her ears, hot. Her
sure.
her
Her abs, her rock hard abs.
her ripped fucking biceps, dude. Yeah, rough me up, bitch. Come on.
Oh my god, are you into muscle girls?
No, but there's just something about this where it's like, yo, like this is
Like she's badass. She is badass.
yeah. And they also made her unnecessarily sexy as fuck too. But it's like, yo, this is Mushoku Tensei, man. Like,
Yeah.
This is exactly what you get when you watch and read this fucking series.
Dude, I was watching Jobless Reincarnation when I wasn't having a job.
I think it's just also like really cool where it's like they didn't just make her sexy for no fucking reason. Like it's just it means that she's able to be more mobile when she fights. It's just she's more beastly than human, so of course it's like she doesn't necessarily want to have to wear all this stuff, but she also doesn't want to be indecent, so she'll just
Right.
have little pasties on her nipples and whatnot.
Yeah,
Because
that's just how it goes.
It's the logical thinking behind
Exactly.
some decency in Mushoku Tensei.
Mhm,
It's a
mhm.
very self-aware manga, light novel series where like they respect women.
And slavery, apparently.
Yeah, let's not be around the bush. It's a very problematic series.
Yeah,
but-
it is a very
but
problematic
it's
series.
popular as fuck for a reason. So you had Motoko, but you also had, who was the other one?
Vivi.
Yeah. So what was the order for that?
So Major was number 1, Vivi number 2, Doraemon number 3, Android 18 number 4, and Ononoki.
It made sense that you were gonna have the Ghost in the Shell as number 1 for you.
Yeah, there was no shit Sherlock, right? Yeah, but it was like the most uninteresting one to say, even though it's the obvious one,
Yeah, well, I had her on my list too.
Yeah.
but she wasn't as high as the 5 that I had so far. Well, the 3 that I've had in my top 3.
So what is your top 3? What is number 3?
So number 3 I said was Vivi.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
number
yeah.
2 was Ghislaine Dodoldia, the
Mhm.
Beast Woman from Mushoku Tensei.
And then Primo numero uno.
This was a character
Dare.
that was so hot, so lusty, so,
Voluptuous. No?
but they just couldn't get enough of her in season 1, in the first visual novel. So
What?
the company decided to make a second
Rider.
visual novel just so that you had the chance to
Ryder.
get with her.
Ryder. So easy. Ryder. Such a good choice. Purple hair, I dig that too. Blindfold, I dig that too. Yeah, that's
Hot
a
as fuck.
very good choice. Literally very good choice.
Shoot to kill. There's just,
You can ride her.
I think it was also just like, it was perfect that they paired her with such a bottom, dude. The character that like serves as her master is just a fucking bitch, dude. A fucking coward. And she's just like, wow, I can't believe I have to serve you, but
oh well.
These are
the rules. That's the binding contract.
I can't turn these tables, so I guess I will do whatever I can to help you. And then it's also the fact that like this fucker tries to fucking rape her too. It's just like, yo,
yeah. Look, listen. That's
that's
like the Garden of Sinners moment, you know.
Dude, okay. That's the thing where like I kind of need to talk about this too.
Sure.
Right?
Let's go.
So Type Moon itself is a very popular game company in which they've produced bangers like Melty Blood, Tsukihime, of course the Fate series, and then they've also helped in terms of like making some stuff for Garden of Sinners too, right? It's just very... Is it a visual novel thing where like the R word is like a staple?
I think
because it started off as an H game, right? An eroge.
Yes. So it's just one of those things, bro.
Why didn't Bible Black get the same level of treatment?
What makes you think they didn't?
Bible Black shouldn't be like it should still exist, man. We should be getting Bible Black gachas, man. We should get fucking slot machines and pachinko bars full of
Futanaris.
Dude, when her dick ripped out of her planet, I was like, I was just as shocked as the girl in that scene. Just like where it's just like shocked, and then eyes widened 5 seconds later, realizing, oh, this is happening. This is real, and I'm sitting there 8 years old, like, whoa,
bro, what the fuck, man?
Yo, what that dick do?
Okay, shit. That is so gross,
but
dude.
Ryder, I think it's that's like this is like the power of the fandom, where like it was a game that was only released in Japan, was then broken out and sourced unofficially into English, and then a bunch of English fans were like, we want to fuck Ryder.
Are we gonna get canceled?
Give us Ryder. And then the company's just like,
sure.
Okay, here's Fate Hollow Ataraxia, where literally it only exists so that you could fuck Ryder.
I know.
And this ended up being the biggest like multimedia franchise.
Yeah.
Right? Like you paired Type Moon with Ufotable, and then you got like Garden of Sinners, and you could say we get canceled, but dude, like the third movie of fucking Garden of Sinners starts with an R scene.
Yeah, that was really tough.
It was fucking hard to watch. I did not enjoy that. But I needed to watch the rest of it because this is what it is, right? It's the insanity, it's the cruelness, it's the fucked upness that like lends into why this series is fucking crazy good. You can't always have sunshine and roses, unfortunately. Like, look, like I think that's like when we talk about like this risque stuff, the shit that we talk about, the shit that we watch, and whether or not it's a cancelable offense, we have to also understand that like it's a very fine line in terms of what is acceptable, what is not acceptable, right? You can say like, oh, it's expressions of art, but you could also have people say, well, they're just using it as an excuse to put the R word into this thing, right? So I mean, it's a fine line. And look, whoever is listening to this and takes offense at anything that I've said or Jason said,
I'm sorry, but
this is not the first time we've said any of this, by the way.
Yes.
We've said a lot of like salacious and fucked up shit in the past.
And we will continue at some point too. I mean, we're just not gonna say it out of nowhere.
We're not advocating nothing. We're not saying it's right. We're not saying it's wrong. We're just legitimately just saying what's happening in this movie,
and it's there.
It's there.
So now that we have rounded out the entire list, let me tell you the honorable mentions that I picked. That was like 20-something characters, which is anybody that you want in Land of the Lustrous.
Dude, your dick would fucking shatter. Actually, no, because
some of them are like
some of them are very brittle.
Yeah, but like for example, Cinnabar, my that's poisonous.
Yeah, your dick would melt.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Land of Lustrous is such a messed up, awesome series.
Season 2?
No, I don't think it will ever happen, man. What Orange has done, Beastars has done. What else have they done?
I thought they did. Didn't they do?
They finished Trigun, which was one-off.
Stampede, yeah.
Yeah, they just haven't gone back to Land of the Lustrous. I don't know why. Land of the Lustrous is done, by the way. The manga's finished.
that might be even less of a reason to actually make a second season. Then,
Yep.
who knows? At least according to the according to Wikipedia, Beastar's final season came out December 5th, 2024. Then there's Leviathan, Trigon Stargaze, which is the sequel. But other than that, yeah, no word on whether or not there's going to be another Land of the Lustrous.
Yeah. So I've already given up hope. But hey, we all can dream, right?
Dude, I actually now think about it. If you were to try and pick one character from Land of the Lustrous, like, it's impossible.
Oh, no, it's easy.
Oh,
Dia.
okay.
Diamond.
Have fun with your dick with that.
Well, yeah, but like,
No, yeah.
if I'm gonna ruin it, if I'm gonna ruin, my Johnson, I at least want to have it sparkle and shine, right?
You're not gonna pick Phospholite?
Phos? No, man, she's broken.
Because you just couldn't pronounce her name, like I couldn't pronounce her name.
Phospholite? I don't know.
It's Phospholite.
Phospholite, yeah. No, because she's broken, and I don't mean her brittleness. I mean as an individual, she's so broken. I don't think I can hang out with her because the pillow talk that we'll have afterwards is gonna be hella awkward and hella depressing.
Yeah, she's just basically glued together by trauma.
Yep. Cinnabar is just gonna be like,
I mean, how many times have we seen her fucking legs just snap off at the knees and just be like, oh, dude, not again.
to the point where all her other compatriots are like, yo, can we just relegate her inside so she doesn't have to, cause all these issues? Yeah, man. I mean, actually, wait, shit, hold on. I don't think I'll pick Dia. I picked the Antarctic girl. Antarctite. I think she is an OG. I'll pick her, actually.
Oh, Antarcticite.
Antarcticite. Yeah, I'll pick her. Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a watermelon tourmaline. Or
yeah.
What? Her Hemimophyte? Hemimophyte.
And I think Lapis. I like Lapis. I won't talk about... I mean, that's a bit of like a spoiler, but I like Lapis.
Not going to go for Master Congo?
Dude. He's a monk, bro.
That's true. He would have absolutely no interest in you. You cannot sway him from his path of serenity and purity.
Yeah. Whereas I can talk to gems and rocks, I guess. That has a better chance than talking to a monk, bro.
Yeah, just keep your dick away from Cinnabar.
Well, you can you don't have to. You just can only do it once.
She is a hardness of 2, though, so she's pretty soft. She's even softer than Foss.
Maybe,
but
she's poisonous. Yeah, exactly.
This one was probably the most unhinged top 10 list that we've done for Rose Rumble, because at least the other ones, like for example, like the top 10 anime moms, we all concluded that the mom from Erased was like the best mom, and it wasn't even for a sexual thing. It was just the fact that she was a good ass mom.
She was a good ass mom,
right? And Senpai's was also very wholesome too, because it was just basically people who were like educators, people who like actually took people under their wing and showcased like why they were good parental figures, even if they aren't actually parents. Whereas this was just like, yeah, I want to fuck a diamond. Yeah, I want to stick my dick in lust.
Look, I mean...
Yo, I want to rock Doraemon's socks off and, like, stuff his pockets.
No, that's what you want. I just want...
I'm just projecting.
Yeah, you're just projecting. The thing is, with all of these Rose Rumbles, right, some of it we like because we want to be coddled and taken care of. Yeah, some of them we like because of lust, for example, is a very obvious choice, right?
I mean, it's also, like, synonymous with a lot of top 10 character lists, right? Whether it be male or female. A good majority of them are picked because of sex appeal.
You are not going to pick a husbando or a waifu list and not have sex appeal as a criteria.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
Yeah, if you wanted to just do pure wholesome, that's absolutely possible.
And by the way, they can also be sexy too.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Like, Where the House Husband. Yo, that guy is caring as fuck.
Dude, if I was gay...
But he's hot as shit too.
Yeah, bro, listen.
Roy Mustang?
Bruh.
He can light me on fire anytime, dude.
Dude, he has light a fire in me already, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
Here we go. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Okay, see? It's not just for women, dude. Like, we appreciate men, too.
Dude, I wrote GTO as the top sensei of all time for me.
Which is crazy, because he's a fraud.
but he's a good man.
Yeah, he's a good man.
He's a good
but
man.
He's not a sensei. That would actually be more controversial than your Doraemon pick, actually, because by definition he's not a sensei, but he's a life sensei.
Yeah. I going back on my list, I think my best pick is actually my number 6 pick, Celty.
I still ride with Ryder.
Yeah, I mean, that was also good choices. I mean, those, yeah, sure, it's a bit of a horn dog choice, but it's also like, yeah, I would choose that too,
Look, in terms of like the list I have, right? Ghislaine, Dodoldia, Lust, Ryder, Vivi, those were all purely outdoor choices.
Yeah, but Vivi is like less on the sex appeal, right?
She's pure. She's more pure. Yeah. So okay, yeah. So Ryder, Lust, Ghislaine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But can't fault me, dude.
No, I'm not.
I'm just a simple guy.
Yeah.
Growing up watching anime and being like, "Yo, Lust be hot."
You mean Lust is hot?
Yeah. And then Ryder be riding, dude.
Yeah. Grinding.
Yeah. I mean, like I liked 2006 Ryder too.
What's with 2006 Ryder?
The original Fate Stay Night.
Oh,
right. It wasn't just Unlimited Blade Works.
Right. Because when you kill people, they die, right?
I actually do want to rewatch that Fate and just be like,
Wait,
was it really that bad?
Isn't Ryder also in Heaven's Feel a lot?
Dude, we still haven't watched.
I know. Dude, we have so much.
I'm gonna watch it. I might have to watch it without you.
No, I think I told you you should watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it on Netflix still?
Yeah. Oh, that's a very good question. For Hong Kong Netflix, I actually don't know. It might be on Crunchyroll, right?
Possible.
We have our Crunchyroll.
That's true.
account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check. I mean, like, I'm not dying to go watch it now, but in due time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just like Durarara, right? In due time, right?
Thank you for listening to this really unhinged, completely super R-rated. We probably should have put a little bit of disclaimer at the beginning. But fuck it, it's an After Dark. You know what to expect when you listen to these episodes.
Okay, how about this? I mean, should we splice something in the front?
Hell no. Who cares?
Okay, all right, never mind. But guys, listen, I feel kind of dirty talking about our After Dark housekeeping script. So I'm just going to say that all of our music was provided courtesy of Epidemic Sound. If you're interested, you can use the referral link that's in the show description. Terms and conditions apply. I know I did that out of turn. Our ADOP is Amber Lights by Chill Cole. Our break music is Chemistry Love by Swift 7. And our ED music, our end theme, is Voyage by Pow. So,
is anything we said any better or worse than what was seen on Food Wars? Right?
No, I think we are worse than Food Wars.
Fair.
Because at least Food Wars, I can be like, we don't care if it's a robot or not. I want to fuck it.
Yeah, but they're also all under 18.
Look. You're right, and I'm not. Okay.
Animes are problematic.
Anime. Look, I'm just being honest here, right? It's hard because technically, what are you gonna say? Shinobu Lolly version is the same as Heart Under Blade, even though they're technically the same character and hundreds of years old. People make fun of that meme all the time.
Yeah, you ain't fooling me twice.
Yeah, it's not. It's just not gonna happen. But that's a good character, and Heart Under Blade is sexy as fuck. So of course, right? I mean, what more do you want from us?
It's also just the fact that, like, whether you like it or not, this medium is mainly like geared towards like a young male audience. Yes, you of course have young female audiences for specific genres too, but it's not to say that like it's an even split. Otherwise, you wouldn't be. Otherwise, ecchi would not be a tag on my anime list.
Like for example, if I were to go like Twilight, right? Technically, they're in high school, right? Or Riverdale and all of those where it's
Euphoria.
Adults. Yeah. Oh my God, Euphoria is the best example. Like, yeah, sure, there are adults in real life, but like they're portraying. And how come that's okay? How come Game of Thrones is okay? Because it's just the setting. It's just the way it is. So I don't see that as any more sinful.
No, I think it's just the fact that, like, again, the anime itself, the majority of it is made for a young teenage older child, young
Yeah.
adults audience, and therefore it's the perception of what this media means. Where it's like people will come to you, but oh, you still play video games, you still read comic
I would
books
say
and stuff like that?
less so now, way less so now, but it's still there
I'm talking
for
about,
sure.
like, the boomers and all that, or the people who have problems with the specific genre.
Yeah, sure,
right.
sure.
The ones who call for censorship and bans and stuff.
I mean, I keep saying it, but there was that Australian senator
Aromanga
talking about
Sensei.
Aromanga Sensei. That's just hilarious to me that has happened.
I can't wait for like the U.S. Senate to be like, so we got a problem. We're gonna have to start taking out Food Wars and Aramanga Sensei off our bookshelves because kids should not be dirtied and sullied by such tarnishing materials. We can't be having them looking at food and getting all horned up.
So, do you think the next Rose Rumble next year we will have to go more depraved?
No, I don't think so. I think it just so happens that if we're going Inhumans, I think based off the selections that we both had, at least more specifically with me.
No, come on. They're both good lists.
No, it's not good lists. They are good lists. It's just the fact that they're good lists for very, very terrible reasons.
You mean the best reasons, though? They're terrible could also be a good reason.
I'm a sinner. What can I say?
Yeah. I mean, bro, listen.
We're well past the credits as well, so
yeah.
now we're just waffling
Now-
about. We're trying to justify makers. We're good human beings. We're good people, okay?
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day, guys.